Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel and to the third season of the youth only Road to Glory, where we take our new club, one of our own FC, and we take them from the bottom of the English pyramid, which we started in the National League North, and we'll be seeing how far this team can go up the pyramid by just using the youth players we get from the youth system. So if we have a look at our first team, the ages are on the right hand side, so you can see all the 16 to 18 year olds are the players that we signed through the youth academy. All the 26-27s are the players we started off with. But if you guys want to see more of this series, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment as well, let me know what you want to see on this channel. But as we go through the seasons, as you can see, the only issue is our best player is Kevser Jr. that we've got through the youth system, valued at 150,000. We actually had an offer from Chesterfield, which was rejected because we need to keep all of our players, and he is a good player. But as we go through the leagues and through the seasons, we'll get more players into this first 11 or the first squad. So then we can start selling players on to increase our finances and our wage budget, which means we can keep the best players and give them the better contracts. So at the moment, we need to keep hold of everybody, because what you see here is every player we've got in the club. But our finances are in a better place now. As you can see, we're £5,250 spend underneath the wage budget. I've also signed new contracts to most of the players. If we have a look at the contracts, we only have 2 players expiring at the end of the season. They didn't want to accept a new contract, wouldn't even give me the option to. But hopefully in a few months' time, I'll go back to it and it will allow me, and hopefully we can keep them 2 on as well. They are 2 older players though, so it doesn't matter too much. But of course, we want to keep as many players as possible, especially we've only got 2 centre-backs at the minute. And one of them, Amos, came through the academy last season, only 16 years of age, only half-star rating at the moment. And he will be playing pretty much this whole season because only him and Hayes are our only centre-backs. So it's going to be difficult this season. The board expect us to just fight against relegation. So it's going to be a tough season. So anything above relegation we'll be happy with. But of course, if we can push on for the playoffs, we'll be very happy with that. But let's go through now and we'll cut to when we get our youth intake for this season. So we've got our youth players coming through this season. We've got loads of players, 8 players in total. Only problem is we've only got 1 5-star potential, another goalkeeper. Everybody else is only half a star, apart from Rosewell, who's 1.5-star potential. Of course, as the season progresses, these potentials will change as the scout understands the players a lot more. But not a great intake this season, only 1 5-star player. Our first season was actually our best player intakes. But we'll keep up with these throughout the season. And if we have a look at our fixtures, we started the season off okay. A couple wins, a couple draws, but only 2 points picked up out of the last 15 means we are currently sitting in 20th, just outside the relegation zone on goal difference. And next up, it looks like we've got Fylde, who are currently top of the league, unbeaten. We're at home, but we'll continue on with the league season. As usual, we'll skip through till January the 1st and see how we are looking then. Alright, and just like magic, we're through to January the 1st. We're currently sitting in 17th, so we moved up a few places, give ourselves a little gap between the relegation zone. Doesn't look like playoffs are going to be achievable this season, but to be above the relegation is the main priority for this season. Of course, we want to stay up. It's going to take a while for our new youth players to develop, to become good at this level. If we have a look at our youth system though, no ratings have changed other than Rosewell is up to 2.5-star potential now. Gascoigne's still at 5 stars, so hopefully he will be a good player in the future. One for the future, a goalkeeper. If we have a look at our first team, let's have a look how our youth players that we have brung through have been playing. So Amos, of course, playing every game. He's been struggling, to be fair, but as you can see, 17 games played, 6 rating on average, 6.35. But he's getting the game times in, which is what we need, really. Without game times, they're not going to improve. Looks like we've got a new player, Graham Whelan, who's covering, I think, as a goalkeeper. We've not got any goalkeepers. Where's Sant? So Sant's been playing. He's up to 1.5 stars, 18 years of age. 28 games played, 51 goals conceded. So he's getting some game times in. He looks like he's playing okay. So hopefully in the future he will come good as well. I'm sure he's got a 5-star potential. He does. So he could become good in a couple of seasons. Let's have a look how Junior's doing, one of our best players. At a 3-star rating. Only 11 games played with 1 assist. Of course, still a long way to go in this season. So we're currently in 17th, I think it was. 17th. Our youth system's looking okay. It looks like we've got one good player coming through. Another goalkeeper, although we've got Sant playing at the minute. So maybe that new goalkeeper can go out on loan once we get more players into the first squad and we have those backup players. Then we can start sending players out on loan and selling a few players to increase our finances. But I don't think we've had any FA Cup. Oh, we have FA Trophy. We're out of that. FA Cup, we lost in the qualifying round to Braintree. So let's continue on with this season and see how we're looking towards the end. With just 2 games to go in the league left, Fylde have secured the Champions Trophy and they will be going up to League 2. However, at the other end of the table, we have been relegated down in 23rd, 37 points. We're 10 points away from Aldershot. Kings Lynn and Southend will be joining us, and then someone else will be taking that 21st spot as well. So unfortunately, a poor season for us, which means players are unhappy. We've been without a striker for a while, injured. Of course, our centre-backs we're struggling with. Lots of players want to leave because we're not doing well this season and they want to move to bigger clubs. As you can see, we went on a big losing streak, which chucked us right down into the relegation zone. In the youth system as well, Roswell is wanted. He's another goalkeeper as well as Gascoigne. So we've got loads of goalkeepers. We're just not getting the outfield players, which is what we need. But we'll sign Roswell and Gascoigne now, just so they don't get snapped up. As you see, Roswell is wanted. We'll probably sign maybe Doofus and Sherwood, just so we got them numbers in the more defensive positions. And maybe a Manqua as well as striker. Even though they're low potential and not going to be very good, they'll make up the numbers is what we need for now. Next season, of course, we'll be back down into the National League North, but hopefully we can bounce back up with the team that we've got. But let's continue on. I'm going to sign these players now, and we'll go to the 21st of May to make the final decisions on the rest of the players. I'm just going to sign Roswell for now, just so he doesn't get snapped up by any other clubs. So a poor season. We finished 23rd. We've lost in the first round of both cup competitions. Here we have a final report. Of course, we've already signed the other goalkeeper. I can't remember his name. Was it Sherwood? Oh, no, that's Sherwood there. I can't remember his name, but we signed him because he was wanted by another club. We're going to take Gascoigne on as well. It's not showing their positions, I don't think. So it's not showing their positions, but we want to sign the defenders. Let me just quickly go back and have a look. Doofus was definitely one. Who was the other? And Manqua was a striker, and Sherwood was the other defensive player. So we're going to sign those 3, and we're going to release these 3 here. So unfortunately, not a great year in the leagues, and not a great year in the youth department either. So a poor season. So next season we'll be down into the National League North after finishing 23rd, but hopefully we can bounce straight back up. This is our team. Looks okay now that everybody's fit, but hopefully next season I'll put some more of the youth players in and we really do push on and hopefully win a title again next season and don't get the sack. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. It's been a poor season this year, but hopefully next year we'll do much better. Make sure you subscribe to see what happens next. And thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.